Karl Rove, former White House Deputy Chief of Staff for President George W. Bush, Fox News contributor live in Austin. Karl, how are you? And good day to you, sir. This is what started the news today from the White House. Donald Trump tweeted this: the Freedom Caucus will hurt the entire Republican agenda if they don't get on the team and fast. We must fight them and Dems in 2018. Do you want to take that on quickly? Then I'll go to your piece in the Wall Street Journal.
Well, I wish he wouldn't have done it. The president needs to rise above this. Yes, the Freedom Caucus did him a grave disservice by killing this process of this bill, moving this bill forward. But I wish the president would not engage. That's punching down. Let others punch down for him. He ought to be focused on other things.
Seems to me he's revealing a strategy. Now, you write today in the Wall Street Journal because you put the House Freedom Caucus in your crosshairs as well. This is the closing paragraph from your piece. The only lines crossed during this debacle were breached by the Freedom Caucusers, who committed political libel against their Republican colleagues, stopped the legislative process dead in its tracks, and saved Obamacare. Congratulations. So you're kind of saying the same thing that the president's saying, Karl.
I am, but I just wish he wasn't punching down. We saw this dishonesty earlier. With all due respect to Jim Jordan, that was jaw-dropping. Once again, you heard him compare it to Obamacare. Says it doesn't repeal Obamacare. Wait a minute. It kills $1 trillion in Obamacare taxes. It kills $700 billion in subsidies for the exchanges and kills the exchanges. It stops the Medicaid expansion. Dead. Gone. Kills the individual mandate. Kills the employer mandate. And yet his implication is, oh, it's just Obamacare. And then what's really gets me is he says, well, it's going to have premium increases. Well, why does it have premium increases in it? Because it continues the Obamacare exchanges for 2 more years, and the exchanges are broken, and they will have year after year after year of double-digit premium increases. Jim Jordan voted last year for a repeal bill that took 2 years to phase out the Obamacare exchanges, and therefore had 2 years of premium increases. This bill takes 2 years to phase out the Obamacare exchanges, and because they're broken, too few younger, healthier people, too many older, less healthy people, the premiums will continue to go up. But the Republican bill, let me finish, one quick point. The Republican bill is the only one scored that begins to reduce premiums. Under the, starting in 2021, premiums for insurance begin to decline because, under the Republican bill, because we get rid of the exchanges.
So you think they screwed this up?
Yeah, look, Sunday, he was on Sunday with Chris Wallace.
Remember that? Chris
Wallace said to him, look, you want to get rid of the protection for people with pre-existing conditions? And Jordan says, oh, no, we were talking about community rating and guaranteed issue. Well, guaranteed issue is the protection for people with pre-existing conditions. And, you know...
So do you think then, right, in the context of the tweet from earlier today, can he ramp up the pressure on them and get them to come back to the table and get it done?
Look, he can ramp up with pressure, but the pressure is better done in private than in public. In public, they're going to bow their backs. They're going to not want to look like they are caving. Private pressure, particularly private pressure from their colleagues. It's more important, frankly, than the president's tweet, is a colleague of the Freedom Caucus sitting there in a subcommittee hearing on a completely unrelated subject, and two members of the Republican caucus, one says to the Freedom Caucus member, you put us in a bad place, don't ever do that again. That's more powerful than the president's tweet.
Wow. I wanted to ask you about Ivanka Trump. She's going to be an assistant to the president. You worked in the West Wing for years. She seems to be taking a lot of heat from the liberal media already on this. I mean, they're suggesting she's not qualified. I mean, you work there. What makes you qualified?
Look, she's been a successful business person, successful in philanthropy. She has a background that could match up to a lot of people who walked into the West Wing. The only problem I've got with it is if you're the president, you don't want to hire people you can't fire. This is now the second family member in the West Wing. That is a problem. She's going to have to go through some gyrations to conform with the ethics rules, which she absolutely must conform with, that her husband, Jared Kushner, is having to conform with. But this idea that she is unqualified, you could look back at people who served in previous administrations who didn't have the experience or the record of achievement in private business and philanthropy that she does.
Thanks for getting all that in. Karl Rove in Austin, Texas. Thank you, sir.